Hi, I'm Ted London, Senior Research Fellow and the Director of the Base of the Pyramid Initiative at the William Davidson Institute. And I'm here today with Israel Moreno, the General Manager of Patrimonio Hoy, an initiative within Cemex. Welcome, Israel.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you very much.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the background on Patrimonio Hoy?
Yeah, I've been in this initiative from the very beginning. We founded this 1998, and we started thinking around in this new business area for the company, how to serve the low-income families in Mexico. And since then, we've been learning a lot of things on how these people live and how these people build the family process, not only the building process. And we've been working around this area on how to provide solutions for getting a better house, but not only, a new room or a new floor or a new area, how to develop a new family relation. So we've been growing since then. Right now, after 12 years, we've been serving more than 350,000 families in Mexico. And right now we also are serving in 4 more countries in Latin America. So this has been a very, very good experience, not only for me, but for the whole company in Mexico, for Cemex.
So you talked a little bit about not only building houses or homes and rooms, but also family relations.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about what you meant by that?
I'm very sure on this idea. When a family live in an inadequate space, they are, let's say, destroying the future for that family. When a family build the right space, the bedroom, the kitchen, the living room, etc., the family remain inside, and they strengthen the links, the family links. So that is the way on how this family can transform the future, living better, living together, building strong family and communal relations. That's why this is a very important side also for us, and contributing on how to develop this new kind of society, because in the low-income family, they need support, not only delivering things or products or just services, but integral solutions, let's say. That's why this is a very important thing for us in Cemex.
So Israel, can you tell us a little bit more about the business model that Cemex has developed to serve the poor?
Yeah. Our core business is producing and delivering a sack of cement, let's say. And we were doing for more than 100 years through the retailers. And we decided to go a step ahead on that. And that's why we decided to go directly to the self-building families, the autoconstructores, let's say. But we realized that we have to deliver more than the sack of cement. That's why we are now delivering the financing, the technical advisory, some guarantees like frozen prices, etc., maintaining a low interest rate in order to make this solution accessible, affordable for these low-income families. That's why we develop a program that contain, let's say, the whole solution in order to build faster cheaper and the better quality also for this family, you know, because they need not only the product, cement or steel or sand or blocks, etc. They need support from a company. That's why we are beside them in order to maintain them in motivated with a clear vision on what to get and where and how. That's our main role, not only selling the cement.
So I know one of the parts of your model has evolved a little bit, which is the financing.
Yeah.
Where you started by sort of leveraging what they call the Tanda group, right?
Yeah.
And can you talk about how the role of financing has evolved over time and what you've learned from this?
Yeah. At the beginning, there was a kind of self-financing groups in Mexico called Tanda, but we realized that was a slow, let's say, a slow speed for this family in advancing, because 1 week or 1 month a family failed, etc. And they were affecting among them. So we decided to offer the financing with some doubts. Let's say it's very big doubts at the beginning, because we didn't know the level of commitment from these families. So, but in a very fast, short period, we realized that we could trust more in these families, because they are very good payers. We've granted until now almost $200 million, and the repayment rates is over 99% on time. So low-income families deserve a better treatment from the companies and from the rest of the society.
And you've now actually gone to where you provide loans to individuals that are not part of any sort of a group. And is that fairly new?
Yes. 2 or 3 years ago, we switched in order to accelerate the process, because a lot of people were asking for individual deals. And, each family has a different speed, different capabilities, and then obviously a different project. And that's why they were asking for different treatment, and we are offering that.
So now the loans have become more customized at an individual level?
Yeah. Family is building a bathroom, the other family is building the second floor completely, etc., or a wall, etc. It's a lot of projects.
We've talked a little bit about the social impacts and the business model. How has the program grown over the past 10 years?
Let's say in the last 3 years, we've been growing about 35,000 families per year, and we've been in the same rate. We have not opened new facilities or new offices, because Cemex, because the Cemex strategy for this program, things are getting better in Patrimonio Hoy in a very hard period for Cemex. This past 3 years has been the best era for our program. We've been selling even more each year, but we have a set of big challenges to face in Cemex in order to the next step.
Can you talk a little bit about the revenues and the profitability of Patrimonio Hoy?
Yeah. For instance, for 2011, the revenues will be around $50 million. And the profitability, in fact, this is one of the best or the more profitable initiative for Cemex, but the size is still small in the whole numbers.
And what do you think the biggest challenges are towards scaling? What are the limitations that are restricting your opportunities to scale?
Okay, we can talk from the software or from the human resources, etc. But the biggest, let's say, is the kind of is the strategy that Cemex is talking for waiting from this program. That is what is the label, let's say, that is in the forehead for this program. Is it the social or is it the economic or cash flow generator, etc. That is.
So when you say the label on the forehead, you're sort of saying internally when they look at you or Patrimonio Hoy, they have a particular vision for this or view, and it's a mix of economic performance, but also it creates a certain amount of social value. For that.
This is the kind of things that in Cemex in this moment is waiting from the internal. The leading team is waiting from this initiative. That is
because it generates a lot of good publicity and
it's
PR.
A good identity, let's say, for our company. We are doing that. That thing is also one of the objectives, obviously, from this initiative. But Patrimonio has been a self-sustainable program since 2004, with very good numbers, but not with the size, let's say, that can run the program.
So if you had the capital, how big could Patrimonio Hoy be within Mexico? Say, you're 50 million now, mainly in Mexico. How much revenue do you think you could generate within Mexico itself?
Let's say 10 times.
10 times.
Yeah, in the next 3 or 4 years.
So you could be a $500 million venture in Mexico. And you, as you've talked about expansion, you're already in 3 countries. Can you talk about sort of what those countries are and the potential for Patrimonio Hoy within those and beyond?
Yeah, right now we are also running the program in Colombia, in Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua. But this program can operate also even right now in Philippines or Egypt or Bangladesh or wherever. The potential client and the kind of solutions that we are offering, the program is already is already for operating in a lot of countries, and in Cemex is present over there, and people needing or in a need of better housing is a lot of people, a lot of places, even in the U.S., let's say, or Eastern Europe or etc. So I know that we have a good business model. We have, unfortunately, and fortunately for Cemex also, we have a lot of potential clients. So this is ready for a huge expansion.
So it could be $500 million in Mexico, and any idea how big it could be outside of Mexico?
A lot of times more.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
And a last question. Now you've been doing this for more than a decade.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular advice for managers thinking about serving the base of the pyramid? But given what you've learned, what would you tell them?
First, you have to treat, or you have to think, when you think about these people, don't think on them as a market. We have to think as a person. Then they have the right and they have the potential, they have the capability for buying from you, not asking as a philanthropic or something like that. They're individuals with capacities and with and they have the potential for develop more than just a transaction with you, especially in housing. Let's say housing is for a long period of time process with them. So you have to be for them a companion in a long journey. That is the kind of design that you have to offer to them, you know, being with them every day, every week, every month, in order to get the solution at the end of the journey. And when you have the special ingredient that will create that kind of trust, they will believe in you, they will pay to you, they will be your best promoter. And we as a business persons, we have to deal with that kind of client. Let's say, it's people equal. They need this special solution from you.
Great. Well, Israel, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you, the university also, for this invitation.
Our pleasure.